So when I look at the content you did with Ian Wright, again, I remember first of all, explain that relationship just briefly, and then how this came about, what we saw with you and Ian Wright for the rollout for your project, for your album.
So with Righty, I've always, obviously, bro, a man's gonna be showing man's age here, but every black kid from London that was into football probably grew up on Ian Wright. Like before Henri, it was Ian Wright. You know, like all the kids now, or not all the kids, but all the men them now of a certain age, like in your 20s or early 30s, it's Henri in it for them. For man, it was Ian Wright and Andy Cole.
Yeah, facts.
Those were I could have been an Arsenal supporter just off the back of Ian Wright, easily, and Dennis Bergkamp. Those are my two favourite Arsenal players, and you know me, I'm an avid Arsenal hater.
Facts.
Dedicated Arsenal hater. So yeah, Righty, I've always followed him on social media. I can't remember how long back he's had social media, but I feel like from the day he jumped on social media, I followed him. He's hit me up. This is 2018. He's hit me up to do a football challenge. Hit me up to do a football challenge. I was just gassed to meet Righty anyway. Do you know what I mean? I didn't really care too much about the challenge, but anyway, I've gone there. It's going to be a penalty shootout versus Rams. Me versus Rams, yeah. And got the gas to meet Righty. Bro, you know, we was warming up. My first kick of the ball, I just done my hamstring. Just fully, I couldn't, I could barely walk back to the car. And I remember that day, I was pissed because I don't think I'd kicked a ball in about 4, 5, 6 months. Done my hamstring. I kept saying to my manager, bro, I'm a joke, man, bro. Right, you must think I'm a joke, man, bro. Pissed, fam. I was pissed. But the whole time he's like, no, man, don't worry about it, man. We get me, just heal up. Because I was even, that day, even after when I done my hamstring, I was even trying to, see if I could just jog it off. The other day, he's like, listen, you don't want to do all that, bro. Forget all that. When you're healed up, when you're ready, we do it again. I'm not going nowhere. You know what I mean? You got my details. We just, you know what I mean? We'll just rap. Cool. What happened? That same year, or a few months later or whatever, ended up going away. I got sent away on a little holiday. And I remember while I was in there, on the radio, they was telling, there was a whole Ian Wright tribute thing, and they was talking about his history and how the troubles he went through before making it pro and this, that and the other. And I found out that he ended up having to go on holiday at the time. I think it was to do with cars or stealing cars or something like that. And he got sent away or whatever, and then he came home and then he patterned off, and then he started moving serious about his career, and it just went up from there, and he never looked back. So I remember I just sent him a DM. It was somewhere along the lines of, Unks, man, I just heard your story on the radio, you won't even believe where I'm at right now. And I told him, and he was so disappointed. He's like, nah, man, what you doing in there, man? Bro, fix up, man. Do you know who you are, man? Stop, he just, bro, I wouldn't say he stuck it on, man, but he actually, nah, man. He's like, don't ever message me again telling me you're there, bro. You're better than that, kind of thing. And I was like, whoa. Do you know what I mean? Kind of that DM or whatever that he sent me did more for me than anyone that I spoke to in there or while I was in there, or do you know what I mean? Any of the man, you know, he's when the man there is sure, you be honest with you. And I wasn't even in there for long, but he kind of just made me feel like don't forget your purpose kind of thing. Like, you're bigger than this. Do you know what I mean? And yeah, bro, came home, never looked back, and I just started moving. I'd say that's when I started moving like, I am an artist, I'm a musician, I'm a rapper, it's what I do, it's my job, and I don't do anything else that's illegal or is gonna make me go back to where I just came from.
And then, so then now for your album rollout, do you reach out to him?
I reached out to him, I said, Unks, do you remember that chat we had? I'm out now, I'm thriving, I'm signed to Atlantic Records. I would love to get you involved in my album campaign somehow. He's like, anything you need. That's all he said, he's like, anything you need. Then I went Ballers League. I don't know, I think it was week 3 or something. Seen him, he's like, nephew, I was like, Unks, I need you soon. He's like, yeah, you haven't hit me, I told you. Hit him, sorted it out. Big up Righty, bro. You're just, yeah, bro, you mean a lot to me, bro. Like, I told you anyway, man loves you, man appreciates you, and I'll always, do you know what I mean? I'll always stand on that promise that I made myself and that I made to you, that I'm not going back there, and this is what it is. I'm standing on my 2 and being who I am.
Shout outs to Righty, man, because he went pro late, innit? That was at 23.
Yeah, he went late, about 22, 23, something like that. Yeah.
So it weren't.
And for imagine someone going pro at 22, 23 now. That's unheard of, bro. That's unheard of. So yeah, he didn't go to Arsenal till he's about 26, I think. He was at Palace, bad in it. And even when he went pro, he wasn't in. Well, it wasn't the Premiership yet, but he wasn't in the top flight yet. He was in the league. He came up with them. So, Righty, man, legend, man, legend, man.